and welcome to the Knit Girls. This is episode 655. I'm Laura, also known as Lala.
I am Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of June, 2024. Laura and I both use the she, her pronouns.
Happy Pride.
Yeah, happy Pride.
There's this thing on Threads, which is like an Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever. And if it's a happy Pride post, like it's a hashtag, if you click like on it, the heart turns into a pride flag and confetti goes. And so I've been like, need a little dopamine hit? Like some posts on Threads.
That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's the bare minimum, but I get a little bit of dopamine by seeing rainbow confetti come across my screen.
I mean,
so
they could have done nothing, and
yeah.
They chose not to do nothing, so that's a positive. Yeah, so we recorded over a week ago, so you would think we would have more than we probably do.
You've been traveling.
I have, and it was a challenge, but we got it done. I'll talk more about that later. Do you want me to go first since you're in the middle of a row?
If you don't mind.
Yeah,
I only have 2 things to show, and
I have what I'm working on, and that's it. So,
oh.
Alright, so the first thing that I'm working on is a muscle burra hat. This is one of those double-ended hats that's just double thick. I'm over halfway, but I can't tell you. I'm probably about coming up on 2/3. It'll be a long hat, because I've still got like
the middle section's around 18 inches.
So, yeah, it just goes on forever. This is by Isolde Teague. It's a hat both of us have knit several times. It's linked in our show notes, and our show notes are on our website, which is TheKnitGirlls with 3 L's. I'm knitting this on a size 4 US needle, and
that's tight for you.
It is, but I wanted it to be the last one that I knit. I think I knit on a 5, and it was a little bit loose, but that was one I held with mohair as well. So I wanted this. This probably won't stay with me. It'll probably go to somebody. It's unintentionally striping.
I love it.
So I just happened to hit the sweet spot with the gauge. And this is Yarn Cafe Creations in the Ocean Mist colorway. I really like this color a lot. So that's the first thing that I worked on. That's mostly what I worked on while I was traveling. And then I optimistically took 2 other projects, or 2 other skeins of yarn for projects. Didn't touch one of them, but one of them is this.
Ooh!
Well, it's getting washed out. It's
like if Sprite was a color.
Yeah, it's lots of different shades of green,
and yellow,
neon, and just it looks really nice. This is called Lightning Strike, and it's by another crafty girl. I got it last year at SSK.
It might be one of her dragon.
I think it is.
Colorways.
It's one of the dragon colors.
From How to Train Your Dragon.
And I knit on this while I was visiting some friends. I think I got to the heel while I was there. Everything else, the heel flap, and started the decreases in the gusset. And I think the rest of it has been since then. These are sport weight.
And they are not also a striping colorway, but they are unintentionally striping. Look at you.
Just hitting the sweet spot with gauge, apparently. So I finished that last night, and while Kobe was playing Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, he finished the main part of the story last night. I thought it would never end. I enjoy.
How dare I spend time with my child?
I enjoy doing it, but usually we would do like an hour and a half-ish at a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, like, we were getting close to the end, so he wanted to finish it, which is fine, but it like came up on 3 hours, and I was like, your mom's old. She's going to bed soon. You're going to have to finish this without me if you can't. So, yeah, so I started the second one and just finished the ribbing, and we'll keep knitting on it afterwards. I've got one more thing to talk about, but it's going to take me a bit, so if you want to go. Since
okay, I just have one thing to talk about, really. So I am working on my recalibrate. I finished the whole first side. You
It's
pull out
really
the.
pretty. I don't know if it's going to show up as pretty as it is.
Let me pull out the sleeve. So the first side is done, and the second side is in construction. And
it's all hand spun.
It's all hand spun, and I plied the second half this week too. So like the yarn for the second half is plied. I'm a little bit worried about running out, but my friend Emily said if I did, she's got a braid of this colorway left.
I think you'll be okay.
Well, I still have to do the bottom too. So
yeah, but you could stripe it with some of this pink if you had to.
I don't have a lot of pink left, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, that seems like a lot to just do the side, but I
It's 12
also
inches.
remember how endless the side can be.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's 12 inches, and I'm probably 2 inches in, so I got 10 more inches.
It's a super wearable thing, but it does, for a while, it feels like it's never going to end.
Like, this was a season of American Ninja Warrior right here. Like, I watched all of American Ninja Warrior from last season.
Oh.
Fast forwarding through the actual
Get to know you
storylines.
parts.
Yeah. Like, I have Roku where I can say, hey, Roku, fast forward 1 minute, 15 seconds. Perfection.
Somebody's Roku is doing that right now.
So that was lovely, and this got plied, and I started the second half. So I say that I don't know that this is enough because for this first half I use around 600 yards, and that's how much I have on this half. So we'll see. We'll see.
It's really pretty.
Thank you. It is a total of 1 pound of fiber, but it's a merino rose blend, and I didn't really think that through because the rose makes it heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Like the grist is heavier
Yeah, but I
versus
think
the weight
it'll
of
make
the
it
yarn.
breathable too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'll make it more summery.
Yeah,
for sure.
It'd be fun for you to wear at SSK.
Yeah, we'll see if it should get done. I also knit like, I don't know, 10 rows on my Penta pullover while I was waiting for this yarn to dry. But since we live in Mississippi, it dries pretty quickly. So, I only did like 10 rows on that, didn't even bother bringing it. Pearl's taking it off the needle. She is like a little snuggle, like she puts her head on top of what I'm knitting to sleep. This afternoon I was plying and she was like, I'm done with you, and she hopped up on her couch, my couch, and put her head on my knitting, and it was very cute. She did it yesterday. That's how she slept last night too. She's adorable.
So weird to have a dog that can be around your knitting and not destroy it and not open bags to get to your stuff.
She also she did like eat a felt flower though that fell off a wreath this week, so she can be into shenanigans too. She tried to steal our friend Carol was over last knit night, and she had a Mexican pizza from Taco Bell like in her lap, and Pearl tried to nab it like twice and she had to go outside because she's being naughty. She thinks all food at her level is her food, which is incorrect. So yeah, and the socks didn't get worked on at all because I've been at my house, not going anyplace, chilling like a villain, playing a lot of Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I don't know, reading a lot of books. So yeah,
it's summer. It's your first. Your first full week off.
Yeah.
So, and I say that like Laura's got a lot of spare time. When school ends, SSK prep starts in earnest, and a lot of that is classes. And if you've ever been to SSK and taken a class, you know that is 100% Laura. Don't come to me asking about a class unless you want to pay for it. I'll do that part, but like scheduling and all that, I do not get involved because that is Laura's baby and she does it well. So I just let her handle that. Let her make her,
my spreadsheets.
Yeah. So the other thing that I am working on, and I'm sort of at a stopping point because I have to do some like finishing work kind of. So this is the R&R hoodie by Tanis Lavelle.
Oh, wow.
So this is the body up to the armpits. I know it's
short.
Not as long as it would be for you.
Yeah.
But the swatch did grow. So I'm expecting this to grow an inch or so. And I knit this in stripes of Leading Men Fiber Arts. Um, the colors are Fortune Teller, Just Peachy, London Fog, Bare Necessities, which is undyed, and Marauder. 3, 4, 5, and then the blue is something else.
Is it like C, something C? Dame of the Seas or something? I don't know.
I don't think so. But I'm actually, I did the sleeves, and so I'm using a technique that our friend Ruthie sent me, which is brilliant. And I don't know why I never thought of doing it before. And it was a video that Heidi Kermayer was demonstrating. Again, links to all this stuff they're on our show notes, and our show notes are on our website, which is TheKnitGirlls, 3ls.com. So what I did for the sleeves is I essentially knit them both at the same time, and so I put half, enough stitches for one sleeve on one side, enough stitches for the other sleeve on the other side, and then in between I put a knit stitch, a purl stitch, and a knit stitch here. So let me get a little closer. So here in the middle there's the knit stitch, and then there's a purl stitch on either side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and set the stitch width very, very short, probably like around 2 millimeters, and then I'll stitch down each one of these knit stitches that are on the side of the purl stitch. I'll stitch it down really well so that the fibers don't slide, and then on the back side there's a nice purl stitch that you cut straight up the center of it. Once you have secured the knit stitches on either side, you just cut straight down the center, and then I don't have to weave in all of the ends that are on the other side.
Because you're sewing them down? Because
I'm sewing on either side. It'll be secured with sewing thread, and then I'll just be able to cut and get rid of all of those ends, which is the same thing I'm doing on the front to make it a zip front hoodie, because the patterns actually have you knitting it flat, and
you're steeking.
I'm just not going to do that.
That's what that's called.
It's called steeking. I've never steeked sleeves before, but I mean the concept is the same, so it should be fine. I'm actually hoping to do that before I go to the stitching part anyway, before I go to Laura's. That way I can, because then I'll have to seam up the underside of the sleeve, which is fine. I don't mind seaming, but I don't have a sewing machine at Laura's, so I need to do that part here.
That is true.
But yeah, so I did have to order some more yarn, which I wasn't thrilled about, but I just ordered a half skein of the peach because this is all I've got left. That's not enough.
Did you do the navy blue too?
Yeah, and I ordered a full skein of the navy blue. That way I can do the hood and the edging. Mm-hmm. And then I've got this much left of the other colors, which should be plenty, because I just have to do, and it gets the rows get shorter as you go up, so there should be enough to do that.
And this whole yoke part.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the whole.
Okay.
I mean, like, because it joins at the sleeves.
Gotcha.
So this whole bit. And if for whatever reason it's not enough, then I'll figure it out at that point.
You'll order some more.
Yeah.
Half skeins.
Luckily,
or
Leading Men, they have a custom order thing on their site. It was easy peasy, no problem. And it said it could take up to 10 days, but they invoiced me right away. So I may have gotten lucky. They might have had it in stock. So yeah, that's living in an old chicken boots bag. This pattern, I think, she sells the pattern now, but not the bags anymore. So I need to leave that out because I need to do stitching on that. This stitching isn't ready because I've still got to join. So once I do that, then I'll join it to the body, and then it'll all be one piece. And then I'll probably be cursing again because it'll be several hundred stitches on the needles. And that's been my crafting week.
Cool.
You have some spinning, I bet.
I do have some plying. So I'm still plying all the stuff that I spun back in, well, I plied this first off, which was an April spinning project. But I did ply some stuff that was still in the bobbins from Jillian Marino's Spin Down Your Stash. So the first is this from Oink Pigments. This is a merino blend. It is a 3-ply. It's around 230 yards. So it's purples and like a gold and an orange. And this is going to, I told Shayna of Shayna Lyons Design, she was doing a knit along, that I would donate a skein of hand spun as a prize. And I got in touch with the winner, and she really likes orange. And I was like, I got a skein for you. So that'll be tagged and mailed out probably tomorrow, since it is dry. So that is the first thing that is done. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I got that at Flyaway last year. And then this is 2 bats from Knit Spin Farm in the same colorway, which was Avocado Toast. It is, I have the tag in here, and it just disappeared into the abyss that is my bag. There it is. It was the monthly Bat Club from May 2023, which was coffee house themed. It is Blueface Leicester, Cordale, and Sari Silk, 6.4 total ounces and 550 yards. And this will be a door prize for SSK. So
It's really pretty. I think it would be a good neutral to offset something.
yeah. It's definitely neutral. It reads browns and greens. I mean, avocado toast for sure. So, yeah, and nice yardage.
It looks very light.
It is woolen spun.
Like airy, yeah.
For sure. So, it's got hints of sari silk in there. So, yeah, very happy with that as well. So those 2 will be leaving my possession, which is exciting. The last 2 skeins I did, those are also going to be door prizes. If I still owe my friend Eloise a skein, so if she doesn't want either one of those, then they will go into the door prize bin as well. And yeah, that's been it for me for crafting. Just I've been working on processing a lot of fleece. So instead of spinning when I've been doing zooms, I've been sitting there and lock popping using a Clemis and Clemis lock pop open, which is basically a way of flicking open fleece. So locks, after they're washed, are kind of like still all mushed together, and you want to open those so you can run them through a drum carder or spin them from the lock.
Sort of like detangling, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
That was Laura's. I'm not going to disagree with you on camera.
Kind
but...
of like picking hair open.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Or, what do they call it? Where you, like, really teasing out your hair a little bit. So that is in progress. I hope to start making bats next week. That is the plan on that. And then I can spin and get a sweater knit out of that, hopefully. So, yeah. Lots of sweaters, definitely in a sweater mood, and definitely in a spinning mood, even though I'm processing a lot of fleece and not spinning right now. But it is the summer of fleece, and I have 3 fleeces to wash. So if we ever get days without rain, that will be happening. It's supposed to start raining right now, actually.
Yeah.
But it's just been a very rainy late May, early June. All of May, actually, was pretty rainy here, so. Yep, that's it for me. Have you done any other crafting?
No, I cut some flannel to make some unpaper towels. I thought that might be a good gift for Jude.
Yeah.
To take home with him. I don't have to worry about ruining a surprise because Jude does not watch our program. Jude does not watch any podcasts, I don't think.
He's very busy.
He is.
Selling his house.
Yep. But we're excited because we're going to see him in just over a month.
Yep.
So that's awesome. He comes a little early before SSK.
Yeah, a month and 3 days.
Yes. So I've been watching Grey's Anatomy still. I'm on season 15 or 16, something like that. I didn't watch a lot this week because I was traveling. I am re-listening to the Fire and Ice series by K.F. Breene, where the main character is a daughter of Lucifer, but she's been in, like, not the underworld, the real world. And she's avoiding her dad, and she meets a vampire, and shenanigans ensue. Words are hard. And then I'm reading the next book in the series I was reading last week. It's the Regency Fairy Tales book. That's 10,000 Stitches by Olivia Atwater. And that's fairy tales. I think it's geared towards adults, but there's no, like, sex or anything in it. The first book, the Fire and Ice series, there definitely is. So that's male, female, fantasy. What is it? Not suburban, paranormal fantasy. That's the word I was looking
Urban
for.
fantasy.
Yeah. Urban. What's the difference between urban and paranormal?
One takes place in the city, usually.
Oh, well, this is the city. It's
Okay.
New Orleans. But yeah, that's. Did I listen to anything else? No, I think that's basically all I was listening to. What about you? What are you reading and listening to?
I've been listening to the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs. I am through the first book, and I am going to skip forward to the last book because the new book comes out next week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So I'm going to try to remember what happened in the last book. This is what happens when there's 2 years between
How
books.
many books are you skipping between the first and...
A lot, but I've read them before. It's not like I've never read them. I know what's going on. But it was nice to revisit, like, the first book and look back on characters, 16,
Their introduction.
20 years ago. So, yep. And I'm also re-listening to some Tamora Pierce, the Alana Chronicles. So those are short. Those audiobooks are only 5 hours each. They are young adult fantasy, and then the Mercy Thompson, the Patricia Briggs series is adult paranormal male-female romance. So yeah, I've been watching American Ninja Warrior. I have some documentaries that I am going to watch. Emily sent me a name of one that's about some TikTok cult. She said I need to watch.
Is
so
it
we
on
can
Netflix?
Discuss. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list. It's like 7M something. Yeah.
She said it was really interesting, and I needed to watch it so we could discuss. So that is on my list to watch. That's about it. I'm rereading the Necromancer series by H.J. Himes, because the new book in that series comes out soon, and that's been like 3 years since a new book. So going back and rereading those, and some other just romancy summer reads.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty chill. Playing lots of Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah.
Which is like Disney Animal Crossing with quests.
I'm sure it does this on other game systems, but on the Switch, if someone that you're friends with pops online, it'll say, "Oh, Lala is playing, Disney Dreamlight Valley."
I 100% snitch on Becca's children to her. I'm like, did you know that Nick is on the Switch right
you're
now?
You're a terrible auntie. Does Nick know you're a snitch?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so sometimes when Kobe's playing, I can see that pop up.
Yep.
But yeah, you didn't get a lot of playing done this week because I went for a visit. We have some friends that have a farm in Wisconsin, Christine and Amanda. I hadn't met Amanda before because Laura went to Wisconsin Sheep and Wool last year and she met her, but I hadn't yet. So there were baby piglets which was the main draw. Like, Christine was great, but I was mainly going for the baby piglets.
And all the rest of the farm animals. Because
Yeah.
they have a bunch of dogs and chickens and goats.
Yeah, but let's be real. It was all about the piglets.
Yeah.
So
I kept asking for pictures of piglets.
I was too busy. Like, I was having fun. I didn't really stop to take pictures. So my flight out on Thursday was supposed to leave at 4:55 and get to Chicago at 6:30 or something like that. My flight didn't even leave Memphis until after 7, and got to Chicago at like 8:39. I didn't get my bags and leave to go to the rental place until like 10:30. And then the rental, and then it was an hour plus drive.
You had like a magic car though.
I did. I asked for a hybrid and got an electric, which I did not know was fully electric, because the following day I was looking to put gas in it. I didn't actually stop anywhere and try to put gas in it, but I was looking for a gas station because I had thought I was running out of gas. But yeah, it was a space car. A Mustang Mach-E, which apparently is like, the Mustang is, the electric version is like a crossover kind of thing. Sort of an SUV.
Oh, okay.
It was weird, and I couldn't figure out how to make anything work, but I did finally get there at a little after midnight, I think. And then immediately went to bed. Christine was kind enough to wait up for me and let me in her house. And then immediately went to bed. So, but yeah, so the next day we, I don't think we left that whole day. No, we went and got breakfast, and then we didn't leave the rest of the day. We hung out and we knit, and we got to play with baby piglets. I found out that piglets are very dense. Like, they look like they would weigh as much as a small dog, and they weigh like 40 pounds. They're very dense. And they, shockingly, do not like to be picked up, where they have no control.
Not even the Emily piglet?
None of them wanted to be picked up. But while I was there, one of the moms was ill, and then one of the babies was ill. And there was, everybody was trying to make everybody feel better with medicine, and the one baby piglet that was ill got put in with the other piglets, and they all pig-piled on top of him. It was very cute. But yeah, I had a really good time with Amanda and Christine. They have a lovely house and property. I tried to say hello to the goats. They wanted nothing to do with me. The boy pigs would have come and said hello, but there was an electric fence, and they were smart enough not to come.
Yeah, because they escaped a couple weeks ago.
But there were dogs inside, so I got my fill of, like...
Did you get to see Sunny and Luna
outside? I
did.
did. Luna was very happy and friendly. Sunny thought I was suspicious.
I mean, his job is to guard those animals.
It is. He wasn't, like, aggressive or anything, but he was not interested in being pet by me. So, but yeah, it was a really good time. I am definitely going back, maybe for Wisconsin Sheep and Wool. I might go up for a week and just work from there and just hang out with them. I don't know. I had a really good time. So, I will definitely go back. And Wisconsin Sheep and Wool is a good time because Laura's going as well. So
that's the plan. We'll have to see if Kobe can watch Pearl.
Yeah. Well, that's a Kobe question.
Yep.
He's an adult. I can't make him do crap now.
Yeah,
and we can't bribe him with $20 like we used to be able to.
I know, right?
So
all the junk food in the house is yours, young man.
But yeah, how's your mom doing?
She's good. She had her third surgery, and is healing from that. So,
how's her range of motion? Any better? No, too early to tell.
It's still pretty early to tell.
Well, everyone sends your healing vibes to Mama Linneman. She had knee surgery. It's not like anything.
It's the third knee surgery since February.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure she's ready to be done.
Yep.
I think that's it. I don't have anything else to talk about. Do you have anything?
I don't think I do. Stash Dash is going on. If you are, which is tons of fun, it's on our Discord.
Mhm.
And if you are coming to SSK and have not filled out your classes yet, you need to do so.
Oh,
So I can get that done.
yes, please do that, or Laura will send you a note.
I mean, you'll probably get the note before this goes live.
That's probably
if we're
true.
being honest. We'll see.
We do have some open spots for SSK. Life happens and people have to drop out for family stuff or health stuff or finance stuff, whatever. We never hold it against anybody because life happens, right?
Yep.
So we will have some open spots that will go up on the website. That's supersummerknittogether.com. The first 24 hours, they're only available to the people who are already on the wait list. And that's people who signed up last year. And then after that, they'll be open to the public. So I think we'll still have some spots open to the public. I think because there are 9 or 10 open spots. So if you're interested, you can go to Super Summer Knit Together and take a look at that. But otherwise, I think we're done, and we will see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.